welcome back to my channel. So I have a new setup. I went to the thrift store and got this beautiful vanity. I got this room divider too as my background for my videos, and now I just have so much space and it's so nice sitting at a table. So yeah, this is like luxury right now. So today I'm going to be filming a warm toned coffee date makeup tutorial. I don't know, it's just kind of what I'm feeling. And so for my primer today, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Radiance primer. So on top of my cheekbones, above my eyebrows, my chin, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow. That's just where I want to be the most luminous, so I like to place the most product right there. I'm going to be going in with my Maybelline Dewy and Smooth foundation. I'm also going to place some under my neck as well, because since this is too dark for me, I gotta blend this-ish. And then I'm just going in with my favorite Tarte foundation brush, and I'm just gonna start swirling that foundation around and patting it in. Blend it on your ears and your hairline. Not a thick layer at all. And I'm taking my Garnier under-eye corrector, and it's very cooling underneath your eye. And I like to also place it on top of my eyelids. I want to cover up all the blue and purpleness. So next I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It is shade 15 Fair. That and on top of the lid. So to blend in that concealer, I'm just going to be using this Morphe flat shader brush, focusing it right underneath that lash line and in this very inner corner, which is where we get the most darkness. And I like to blend it up to the temple, drag it down the side of the nose, and then lightly blend out the edges. Also, I like to focus right in here a lot too. That gets very dark as well. So we're all brightened up, and then I just like to go in with my foundation brush to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And I like to go in with my ring fingers, patting inwards. It helps the product crease less. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be taking my NYX banana powder. Just lightly set your under eye. Don't want to forget to set the top of the lid. I'm going to brighten any areas of my face with that same Maybelline concealer. And then for any blemishes, I'm going to be going in with my L'Oreal Infallible concealer. The L'Oreal Infallible is not as full coverage as the Maybelline Fit Me, but I love using this for my blemishes because since it is part of the Pro Glow line, it is more hydrating, and I have dry skin, so I really like this. Brightening the face. Center of the forehead, Cupid's bow, going in with the L'Oreal Infallible. Lightly pat in all that concealer. Like I've said in previous videos, I like to pat in the concealer around my nose because I get very red there, and I find that when I pat it out with my ring finger, I get the best coverage. Good. Slightly pat everything out. The lighter you pat out your concealer, the more coverage you'll get. So for my cream contour today, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Master Contour in the shade medium, starting at the top of the ear, making the line towards the corner of my mouth, stopping at the arch of my eyebrow. And I'm using my Luxie 542 flat contour brush. You do not want to move the contour too much from where you placed it. Lightly blend it back towards your ear and upwards. Whatever you do, do not pat downwards. Definitely one of my staple cream contour products. Just making sure there's no harsh edges. So next I'm going to cream contour underneath my chin and along my neck. I want to make my jawline seem sharper and my neck seem longer. Whoa, guys, I placed that way too far over. Oh well. Just like blending that inwards as much as I can. When you're blending out your contour underneath your chin, you don't want to bring it up onto your jaw right here. You want to keep it underneath because that's what's really going to make it seem sharp. And then I'm also going to cream contour my nose and underneath my lip. See that? Makes your bottom lip seem bigger and plumper. Okay. Lightening the tip a little bit. Alrighty guys, so that is it for cream contour. So next I'm going to be going in with a liquid illuminator. I'm going to be using my Josie Maran one. So I'm just going to pump out a little bit onto the back of my hand. So pretty. I think this is my favorite liquid illuminator that is high-end. It just blends out so well. A lot of the other high-end liquid illuminators that I've tried like settle on your face so quick, and it's just so hard trying to find the correct tool to blend it out the best. Tip of the nose and whatever's left on my finger on the bridge of my nose. No! Now I'm going to be setting my cream contour. I'm going to be using my Tarte Face Shaping Clay palette, and I'm going to be using these two shades right here, Desert and Terracotta, using an angled BH Cosmetics brush. Woo! Got a little much there, so I'm dragging that up onto my temple as well. This palette's super pigmented, so you have to use a light hand. I'm going to place any excess bronzer on this brush on my nose. And I'm going to be taking the darkest shade in that palette, which is called Sculpt, to make my bottom lip seem bigger. Okay. And then I'm also taking Sculpt, that darkest shade, to sculpt out my jawline and my neck. Ooh, look at that jawline. Snatch that, boo. Making my neck seem longer. Next, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. To start off my eyebrows, I like to take my e.l.f. eyebrow wax stick, and I love this. This really helps keep your eyebrows in place and helps give them texture and seem fuller. And it was like $3. I love e.l.f. To fill in my eyebrows today, I'm going in with my LA Girl brow pencil, and this is in the shade Warm Brown. Starting with the tail of my eyebrow and working my way in. And then I'm just going to lightly add in some hairs in the front, filling in any gaps. So I'm going to just run the spoolie through that to make sure there's no harsh lines. These eyebrow pencils by LA Girl work so well, and I'm pretty sure it was only $3.99, so hit that up. Next, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Brow Drama, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. And this just helps make my eyebrows seem thicker and fuller as well, and it also has a tint in it. What I just got by Wet n Wild, which I'm really excited to use, is this Ultimate Brow Highlighter that they just came out with, I think. And it has green tea or like tea tree, whatever stuff in it. It is not drying at all. This It feels so creamy, and this is to underline your brow. And I'm just going to be going in with my finger, I think, to just pat it out. Again, it's very creamy. So, yeah. Okay, so I definitely suggest using like a small eyeshadow flat shader brush to really get in on that edge to blend out this product. So to create my coffee date makeup look, I'm going to be using my Tarte Toasted Eyeshadow Palette. So beautiful. So first I'm just going to be lightly dusting the shade S'more all over my eyelid and crease. I'm just using a Morphe fluffy brush for this. Alrighty, and then going in with that same brush, I'm going to be using Cashmere right here as my transition shade. So next I'm going to be taking a little bit denser of a blending brush, and I'm going to be going in with the shade Latte right here. Just lightly placing that right in my crease, focusing it on the outer corner. Next I'm going to be taking this Morphe blending brush, and I'm going to be taking this more burnt orangey shade Warmth. Pressing very lightly, placing the product right where I want it, and then lightly blending it out. Next, I'm also going to be placing that Warmth shade underneath my lash line. Just taking a Morphe brush for that. Just blending that out until I like it. Next, I'm going to be placing the shade Sunrise all over my lid. This is a very beautiful champagne vanilla shade, and it does not have too much shimmer at all. I'm going to be using it as my brown bone highlight as well. Just blending through that crease a little bit. So next I'm going to be deepening my very outer crease with the shade Cozy right here, and I'm just going to be using this dense Morphe brush for that. Focusing on the very outer corner. And I'm also going to be placing it on the lid in my outer corner as well. Going in with that brush that I had Warmth on, I'm going to lightly blend. Doing the same thing to the other eye now. So guys, I'm just going back in with that Sunrise shade, and I'm taking it wet this time. As the final step for this eye look, lightly blending it back onto that Cozy shade. And then whatever excess of that Cozy shade that's left on this brush, I'm just going to be placing underneath my lash line as well. Okay, we are all done with the eyeshadow, guys. This is honestly the best eye look I've ever created. Like, I'm still a beginner with like smoky eyes and stuff, and I think this looks so good. I've been watching Nicole Concealio a lot on YouTube, and she has helped me so much. So I'm just going to be going in with some mascara now, and then I'm going to apply some falsies using my Maybelline Illegal Length mascara. Okay guys, so for my lashes today, I'm going to be taking my Ardell lashes, and these are the natural ones. You want to make sure you place them as close to your lash line as you can. I'm just going to go over my lashes and the fake ones with mascara just to make sure that they're like blended in as good as possible. Not too much. I'm not gonna do any bottom mascara. So next I'm going to lightly set the center of my face. I'm going to be using my Dermablend Loose Translucent Setting Powder for that. I'm just going to lightly sculpt out my cheek contour. I'm going to be using my Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Strobe right here. Okay, so for that I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics highlighter brush, and I'm going to be taking it damp. I'm just spraying it with some water. Actually guys, I'm going to be mixing Strobe with Fire right here. And then I'm just going to lightly blend over that highlight. I'm going to be setting my face real quick with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. So on to the last step of this makeup tutorial. For my lips today, I'm going to be lining them with my Maybelline Color Sensational, and this is in the shade Totally Toffee. I'm going to slightly overline my lips. This is my favorite makeup look for this time of year. Like when I think of fall, this is it. I'm going to be topping that off with one of my favorite Intense Butter Glosses by NYX, and this is in the shade Peanut Brittle. Okay. So that is it for this coffee date makeup look. I love how this makeup turned out, guys. Love the Tarte Toasted palette. Like, this eye makeup turned out so good, I think, and it was honestly so easy. I feel like I barely had to blend. There's not a lot of fallout from this palette at all. Highly recommend that palette. I really hope you guys liked it, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!